Hey guys, how you doing out there? Thanks for visiting my channel. I got a couple models here I built for my son. This is my first upload, so wish me luck. Anyway, I've enjoyed so many of your other guys' videos and model reviews that I thought, since it being a kind of a dying hobby, because everyone wants the instant gratification nowadays and have little patience for sitting down, building something and trying to make it look, presentable. Anyway, thought I'd give it a shot and share what I have here and what I do. I got the 148 scale Mig-15 and the 148 scale F-86F Sabre jet. Two classic planes. They go hand in hand, same era, pretty evenly matched. Just two awesome planes, and I thought it'd be a good model review because they're two planes that you can build together. We got a lot of the same colors going on and stuff, and I used the all-clad lacquers, the metallizer paints. I'm still learning with those. I've done a few planes with them, and I really like them a lot. But there are a couple things. When you seal the paint, you lose a little bit of that luster. And if you guys want to learn a little bit about metallizers, I suggest you go to Genesis Models channel. Bobby Waldron is his name. He's a fantastic modeler. I've learned a lot of tips from him. I'm no professional, but I've been doing this since I was a kid. My dad introduced it to me, so just gotta show you guys a little bit here what we got. But yeah, the two planes, I'm not going to go too crazy about the history because most of you plane nuts know your history on the planes. I'll tell you the armament though. F-86 American plane obviously had the 650 caliber machine guns. Pretty deadly package there, all forward in the nose. Had that, I don't know if you can see it, the gun radar is that little black bubble on the nose. I guess it had a pretty intricate gun sight for the time. And then the MiG-15 had 137mm cannon and two 23mm cannons. So hands down, the MiG-15 was way heavier when it came to armament. Probably had a slower firing rate though. So I don't know. Don't want to get too crazy with details of all that. Like I said, you guys probably know. But these two planes, starting with the kit, my Trumpeter, this is actually my first Trumpeter kit. And I picked it up pretty cheap online. I picked it up for like $23, I believe it was, which is pretty unheard of for a Trumpeter. I mean, I know there's some kits they made that they discounted, or I don't know exactly what the reason was, but usually they're pretty expensive kits. And I thought, at that price, I really couldn't go wrong since I've seen so many good Trumpeter kits out there. The F-86 is Revel. Normally I go with Revels. They're pretty good. If I do, I like the Revel of Germany or the monograms. My favorite probably being Pro Modeler. If you can find a Pro Modeler kit on sale for a pretty respectable price, I'd go ahead and grab it, because usually they give you a really, really nice set of instructions and a lot of detail to go along with it. And the kits are usually popped really nice or really clean. Let's see. I tend to build planes for my son, just like my dad built for me. So I'm hanging these planes up. That's why I do landing gear up usually on my planes. Unless there's a pretty intricate landing gear that you just have to show off, I'll drop them down. But most model kits, you guys, as you know, you can modify the wheels up or down however you like. You just take your time and do whatever you gotta do. But I made wheels up because I'm going to be hanging these planes. I'm in my son's bedroom as we speak. So, yeah. The MiG-15, it was a pretty easy build. It's probably the more complex, well, definitely the most complex of the two planes here, being that Revel is a skill level 2, and they're really easy instructions. They do things really, really simple for your more novice builders. But I prefer the Revel still. even though I've been building a while, for hanging a model up, you really don't need something with tons and tons of detail. You know, you can turn a $10 model into a pretty nice display if you're going to hang it up, just depending on how good your paintwork is. So paintwork's probably, I'd say, 85–90% of what a model is. If you're good with your paintwork, you can get away with cheaper kits. The Mig-15, like I was saying, this is actually, for the price, man, you can't go wrong. I mean, I wouldn't let a more detailed or higher skill level kit shy you away. If you can pick it up for $20 like I did, I go ahead and take a stab at it. This plane has a lot of really good details. I'll go ahead and grab the instructions just to show you. They give you quite a bit of detail in the instructions. Like, you can show off all the cannon, and you know, all the panels, or you can have open options on the panels in the display. They also gave you a pretty good little control panel with a clear piece. I've never really done any photo etch, but they give you a little bit of extra parts there. The engine's really intricate. I mean, the tail slides off. You don't have to glue the tail on. You can just slide it on and off if you're doing like a static display, which is really nice. And the engine actually has quite a bit of detail. Since I hung it up and I was just basically doing it for my son, I didn't even build the engine, to be honest with you. I just glued the body together because I figured, why waste paint and time and if you're just going to hang it up. But I might invest in another one of these kits and go ahead and do a static, because it's just really, really, really damn cool, you know, the options they give you with this kit. This kit did have its problems, though. They do like a 4-piece fuselage, and it was quite a pain. The fit was quite bad. You have to build the nose intake assembly here separate, and then you have to make all these pieces fit together at once. So it wasn't too bad. You just got to take your time and you know, use your rubber bands and all that good stuff. But I got it together pretty nice. One thing is, with these kits, you can build them both like I did at the same time, you know, depending on how much time you want to spend. But you do use a lot of the same colors. I just do that because you know, I find it more economical. You don't have to clean the airbrush as much. So that's what I did. I used the metallizers. On the metallizers, I'm still learning, as I said. It's all on the primer, a lot of it. Like, if you can see that, how the nose is a little bit different off aluminum colored. Basically, I just used a flat black primer, and on the shinier parts, I used a gloss black primer. And you can use gray primers, and they all give you a different effect when you shoot the metallizer over it. Like I said, there's other videos that'll show you how to use the All-Clad's metallizers. I have two of them right here. I brought out, we have the airframe aluminum and the polished aluminum. Those are two of my favorites. I like the airframe aluminum. That's what I used on these two planes. I did a Mustang and I used the polished, and it turned out pretty nice. But like I say, they do lose a little bit of their shine when you do seal them up. But I'll give you a little look here. The F-86 came with a pilot, but the only option they gave you was for him to be standing next to the plane, so I had to cut him off at the waist to fit him in there, which is pretty common. Sometimes you have to do that. The canopy wasn't a great fit, as you can see. But it's okay. Like I said, it's going to be hanging. The Mig-15, I was bummed. It didn't come with a pilot figure at all. So there's actually a B-24 Liberator crew member in there that I painted up to look like a pilot, which no one's really noticed mine because it's hanging up. So I had to cut him off at the waist to fit him in there. But I like my planes to have pilots in them. You know, it makes them look more real when they're flying. Anyway, they give you a couple different options, you know, for each plane, a couple different paint schemes. I didn't opt for the one on the box on the Sabre jet because I didn't really care for the tail marking. The decal just didn't didn't really cut it for me. But anyway, thanks for watching. Please subscribe and give me any comments. Thank you. Bye.